Hey, welcome back to Venus and to the Saturn. I don't know why. Okay, let's pretend that that never happened. So, welcome back to Venus. Uh, so now that we are basically set, we're gonna basically do some quality life changes in the base real quick. That will make it a little easier to do stuff. The first thing, like, is going in and out. This takes forever because of the active event. If we can print two power vent, steel, electron, and invar. Okay. Let's priority first, right? So power is a big priority right now. So let's make one battery. Uh, battery large battery. Okay, gold. Don't we have any gold? No. So how much stuff do we have? We need, right? So we need 5 steel, 5 electron. So with 10 steel, 10 electron, and 2 invar. Not 2. 4. I double because the big power vent is you need 2. And we have invar, electron. Electron we can always make more. Invar, constant, and solder is more than enough. Steel we also can always make more, so we are fine. Let's just do it. What was it? Steel, electron, and invar. Steel, electron, and I grab exactly the stuff that is not needed. Typical. So invar.
Power low.
I print 2. Power low. We can start using the large now. We could print another one actually. But I want to get settled first. So I'm gonna put a large vent here. And we're gonna paint those and then print some more canisters. So we have one here, one here, one here. We need one more. And we already have one extra with us. Yeah, he can get me there. So if I remember correctly, this fits here exactly. Well, not quite exactly. Pipe is here, the cable is there. I just need to cross the cable. Cable. So you come with me. I get like what? 10 cable is enough for now. Okay, so you go here. Like the output is there, like this. Yeah. Then I forgot which one is the input. Power and the data, but doesn't matter. We just use both. This. Then you go here and then we connect both like this. If this pipe was here, that would be much easier. Well, for the next playthrough I put it there. Okay, you can go away. Almost there. You connect this, so like this. Have an extra because of the corner. Oh, no, 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 no. Let's make sure we... Yeah. That would be bad. You want to have like an extra vent for the base, because then when you make this an proper airlock, you don't have like easy access to this unless you overwrite with some other logics and then become annoying. So it's much easier to have like extra one to clean up the mess when you eventually make one. Gonna happen. So what do we need? Screw and then electronic parts. Ooh, and then talking about mess. That was really unnecessary. That's why we leave this door always closed. Although it doesn't matter anymore, we have cooling. We can cool this down easily. It's barely heat up. 40. Not a great start ever. Let's print electronic parts while we are waiting for this air to get out of the base. Parts, electronic parts, so we need iron and gold, and of course gold, the thing that we are missing most. The two. Okay, how's thing here? So we really need to keep a close eye on this. This pipe will cool down faster than this. As long as you have a load on it, it will be very slow. But if you remove the load, like this cooldown very fast, goes to negative really quickly. And you're gonna freeze and burst the pipe. So no, it's good enough. You can go off, you can go off. Power is reasonably well. That's back to, and then once we finish this screwdriver, now plastic sheets and welding torque. Okay, now you can be off. This is power hungry, so don't think like you can turn this on and walk away. At least with this power that we have. So remember, we have like what, 4 or 6 small winds, and the solar probably is already broken because we had 2 storms. Okay, don't even bother with solar in Venus because of the storms. You can make half solar panel, which will cost you a lot, and we work only in the day and don't have any benefits on the storms. Or you can have wind, which will work day and night, don't break from the storms, and have a bonus during the storm. So yeah, no reason to go solar panel unless you really want to. Blah blah, what I'm doing, I'm just talking. Okay, yeah, that's the... Oh, you still had something here? No, we don't. Pretend this never happens. I could start recording right here and you guys would never see this, but what's the fun in that? What were we doing? I completely lost track of what the heck we are doing. Okay, so we need to grab some resources so we can make some quality of life changes in the base. We mine a lot, but then we use basically everything to make the alloys. I don't want to open you, I just want you to be off. Thank you. This is close enough. Okay, so basically, so now we just needed the basic gold, iron, copper. Can I print like a large belt or maybe a mining pack? Hard mining backpack. Which one? Mining backpack, hard mining backpack. Which one is better? What the heck is this? Oh, the drill head. Okay, hard mining. We have. It should said how much slots you have. We start with what, 0, and then you go all the way to 27. Okay. And then the mining go to 23. Okay, hard mine it is. Still an environment, super ship. Still, come on. And environment. What the heck am I doing? Environment. Okay, give me a mining belt also. So constant. Constant. It's weird, right? So it's white, and then drag it, then it's orange, then it's white again. They never fix this. I'm gonna run low of steel very fast. That's okay. Whatchamacallit, the tool. Iron. Okay, so you, sir, can be in the corner of the shame corner. Mining belt. There, you can go there for a sec. Close you. So open you and you. You should be opening up here instead of there. The game is annoying sometimes with this positioning. So I like to have my power tools here. Then I have the tablets, the labeler. And then I like to have the cables over there here. Then something like, yeah. U is now empty. You can go away. You can go there. I can print a labeler, and I have 2 free slots here, which I usually leave one for the GPS. Need to print an advanced tablet to save 1 slot. Well, okay, so we are going way too far. You go to the corner of the shame corner. Mining belt, Mach 2. Tool belt, Mach 2. And then the mining drill. So those 2 cobalts, we already used the gas they have, so we kind like need to be aware of, so we don't try to use their gas again. We should have like some empty space on those craters, right? Just trying to somehow make this less of a mess. pod slam into the craters. You go there, you go there. You come with me. Then I do this, hoping you block the path there. Yep, that's it. Now the others won't go flying over the base. So you and you, right? So you two are good. I'm gonna trap you here, this pipe. So those two still have some stuff in it, so we're gonna use to make more steel. And we're gonna dump the rest here. So you two are the ones that are used. I'm gonna put you in the here, yeah. You are useless now, so go here. Turn this on. This will hit this thing up, so we turn you on. Yeah, now we're really needing the automation because manually handling is a pain. But that's what we're gonna do. We just need to grab a small amount of resources. I could just go and grab it, basically stalling, trying to make it look nicer. So this will never reach 7 because we are adding and then removing like cooling, which is lower. Then we add more. We have plenty of oxygen here. And then we also need to move those guys there. Okay, you can be off. You are cooling. So while this is happening, I'm gonna eat a little bit. Some water. Eat more water. Finish eating. Finish drinking. Close it. I would love to leave this on. Yeah, but that would be risky. Was mainly trying to fill up this canister so I can bring 2 oxygen with me. But we're gonna leave this for later. So turn you off, turn you off. You is already off. I have extra for the waste. When you go outside in Venus, like make sure you always have 1 empty canister. That saves your life so many times. It's going to save your life so many times. Then we clean up the space. Tablet. Go there. Let's go. Let's stop stalling and let's just do it. Power. Just grab 1 for if somehow we need it. This. Let's mine. Okay, so here we go. Yep. Why? Sometimes the game just lags. Now you're gonna see. Bear witness the power of the heavy mining drill. Oh, this thing is so good. You are not in that situation where you're going to mine gold and gold, come on, takes forever to mine gold, and then go to mine nickel, and you go to mine cobalt, no, takes forever to mine it. And I just point into whatever you're trying to mine and then it's mined. That's the best tool. Ooh, that's dangerous. I really hate this in Venus, man. They should really fix this. I mean, one would assume it's super easy to fix this when you remove the voxel. remove the voxel, it should replace the voxel with the world atmosphere, and then we wouldn't have any exchanging gases. But if it was that easy, they would fix it already. Something else prevent them from doing like this kind of stuff. There were multiple patch where they released like a note saying try to smooth out the mining vortex. But yeah, it wasn't. Nothing really works when you're talking about Venus. It's just that it goes from 200 kPa to 0, right? That's the issue. If they replace it with even 100 kPa, that would be much better. But anyway. I really don't consider like this wind mechanics when you're mining like part of the game, so I don't really. If something happens like this break, stuff like this, I usually just restart or give me another suit. Like I consider this a bug, right? But then if you want to play the game as is, you can just walk with whatchamacallit, tape, right? So you can repair your suit and an extra helmet or an extra suit, and then you don't need to worry about this kind of stuff, right? So I really don't consider this part of the game. For me, this is just a bug. But that's for you to decide how you want to play. I mean, the mining on the game, like the challenging on the mining is not lose base and like not dying trying to go back, because you can run out of power, run out of oxygen, you can get lost, right? You can get a storm right when you're trying to go back, and then you are moving super slow, and then so that's the challenge on the mining, right? So mining itself is not a challenge, and then having to deal with this vortex doesn't really add anything to the game. But for me, really.
Power low.
You can see as an extra challenge. I don't see this as an extra challenge. I see this as annoying. Is fixed though. Just carry a tape with you. So let's do this. What was low? Power? Doesn't matter. You go there, then you guys are good. What do we have? Oh, we need way more stuff.
Waste tank caution.
Waste tank's fine, we have another tank. So it would be really nice to have like a bigger suit. Yeah. Imagine you could hold like 2-3 tanks, like 3 waste, 2 oxygen tank, and then it would be like super power hungry, so you would have to use like a nuclear battery to run it, and you would have like extra space on it, like a mech suit, right? So wouldn't add anything to the game in terms of mechanics. It's still absolutely the same thing. It's just bigger, right? So more power hungry, more resistant. Maybe it doesn't take damage when you get swing around. That would be really nice to have. Like if you have modding capabilities, please make this a sci-fi mech suit. Why not? Could even cost like uranium ores, right? That's useless in the game. Sorry. This. Making steel like is really item hungry. We also need some electron, right? We should prepare for what we're gonna sell for the traders, but then it's hard because you don't know which trader you're gonna find. I think at the beginning with 3x3, the trader that you most find is like they're building something and they buy alloys, which is exactly what we want to sell. Let's see. We could craft like beforehand the ores, the alloys, like some supply boxes with some duct tapes and some steel sheets. I usually just wait the trader to come down to see if I can make something for him. So in terms of steel, right? We have one batch. Could have more. Gold, more or less. Can mine more gold. Come on, stop throwing me around like this. It's really inconsistent, this wind, right? So you see you mine a lot and nothing happens. And sometimes you mine like a very tiny, and then you get through like in another dimension. Try not even walking and just mining, and then the wind is carrying me. See, like it didn't even flinch here. Now we mine this and make a lot of, yeah, it's completely consistent.
Air tank low.
Okay, time to head back to the base. Stop mining, stop mining. So I always do this. Where am I? Oh, I'm seeing this. Let's continue mining this. And then you run out of oxygen. So 7, 8, 8. So it's increasing. But this is increasing. Okay. Be here. There it is. Now we are witnessing the power of the large event. And it's done. This thing is a beast. What I was trying to do, okay, check the...
Air tank critical.
Yeah, our tank's fine, don't worry. See, totally fine. So I'm gonna turn you on up. Gosh, come on. You on. You can switch with you. You can be on, you can be on, you can be on. Power. We can switch this. You can go there, you can go there. You can switch with you for a sec. We are draining our power like crazy. We can do this, just to help a little bit. Keep an eye on this pipe. Okay, so this is pressurized enough. This is empty, so we're going to swap you with you. This is cooling. So let's print two ships, laptop. We automate those two. Then we start thinking about the traders and how we're gonna approach it. So what we need for the ships, we probably already have it. We were talking about batteries, right? But let's print the ship first. I see 10. Gold, steel, electrum, and solder. This is quite expensive. Stop. Steel is almost over. Me too. 9. Are you probably done already? Yes, you are. So turn you off. Power. Ooh. If we do this, does this cut power? Doesn't seem like it. Nice. Yeah, it's as soon as you have this, like your power is done. You can't just go straight. Oh, I'm gonna build traders. I'm gonna build a greenhouse. I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna do that, and not your power become an issue. That's why we want to automate it, so we can conserve power a little bit at least. Good. Yeah. Good. Is it hot enough? I have no idea. 16. That's dangerous, low. So turn you off. Turn you off. I'm gonna heat up to equalize with this. 27 is more than enough. Good. Or print this. Can we have the laptop, please? Why the laptop is so slow to print? Give more coal. No, let's wait. Switch to the ship. I see 10. Print it. Switch. Now we go it. You can totally take your suit off if you want. Just wait to have a shower. And the thing is, this water like is not enough at the beginning of the game. 700 liters. Like it wasn't enough. Maybe they changed how much we start with. Last time we played, you fixed the oxygen, right? So you have double the capacity of the cooling. You can use the entire system. The second thing you run out was water. So that's why I was not using the water for shower. Maybe that changed. They add more water. I don't know actually, but doesn't matter. Okay. Now do we need the bird? Yeah, we do need the bird. Programming is not programming. How you call it? Like the board is IC editor motherboard, yeah. Logic. One thing, so I'm gonna do that will, so if you are in doubt like about the how can I put this? If you're like me that really lose track of like temperature conversion, so you look at the AC, it says okay 20 degrees, then you look at some pipe analyzer or you look at the gas sensor and then it's not in degrees, like it's in Kelvin or Fahrenheit or whatever, and you have to keep doing conversions and then you hate it. There is a very simple trick in the game that does the conversion for you. It's already there, you just can't see it. And then you can make it visible really simply by printing, installing, trying to remember the name of the board configuration. Yeah, that's the one. At this point, you should print like advanced tablet, so you don't have to keep switching all the time. So if you don't know, the configuration board will show all the parameters of whatever you are looking at, right? And let's see here. So power on, it's open, right? So I can do this. Then you see that the open changed to still open. Error, power is off. So when I switch this, then the power is alternating between on. Oh, okay, so power is actually if we're receiving power or not. Interesting. And then that's the open that is changed, right? So interesting. No, it's not the open. What changing? On. Off. Oh, okay, so it's the on. Look at the on. Yeah, yeah. So that's what the configuration does. It allows you to see all the logic options that you have. You can always look here, like area, power, if I can type power, come on, power, controller, and I'm gonna show the stuff. But then here is, so you just have the name, you have no idea what it's in there. So here you can actually see the values change, right? So if you come to the AC and then you say, okay, I can increase the temperature, what is changing? The ratio is changing and the setting is changing. Now that I'm looking at it, why the heck the ratio changed? No idea. But what you're looking for is the setting. I see 293.15. So 0 degrees is 273.15, right? So you see 0, 273.15. So make the AC do the calculations for you. So if I want to keep this above 20, we want to keep this at 293.15. That's it. So if that's how you use the AC to do the math for you. Let's switch with you. So 293.15, right? So now that we already know what we want, you're supposed to be able to do this, but you can do this. You and you can do it like this, but you can do like this. So if you are scary about programming in the game, don't be like, this is pretty simple. I'm gonna speak out loud how I think about it, so you can understand what is being written, right? So of course I won't go full on all the coding in the game, because then it's gonna take forever, and then there are plenty of tutorials in YouTube. Just how I think, so it might help you. So we're gonna start with the start, right? That's the more sensible thing to do for me, right? So doesn't matter really what you name this. You can call this banana, right? As long as you put this, not semicolon, whatever you call this, double something, you are good, right? So
Air tank low.
I like to start a start. You can pause here, so this pause the game simulation, and then you programming. I don't like it, so I like to leave it running.
Air tank critical.
Everything's fine. So you start at the start, right? Then you jump to the start, right? So if you call this banana, right, then you jump to banana, right? So that's the bare minimum. Oops. And then you just type yield. Yield's like a small delay in the game, so this doesn't run constantly. What is the thing if you don't add the yield? This will be running way too many times, and then it might slow down your game. When you have like 1, 2, 10 chips, you won't see anything, but then when you have a bunch of it, it might start being a pain. Like this handle this like the prerequisites. Right start, right yield, right jump to start. What this means is it will start the program, it will wait a little bit, and then we'll go back to the start. It will wait a little bit and go back to start. That's it. We won't do absolutely nothing beside this. Okay, so we're gonna write. So this hash, whatever you call this, is a comment. Whatever your type is ignore. So I'm gonna write as I think about it, then you're gonna write the actual code. So you're going to load into a variable from a device and then some property. That's what you're gonna do. So you're gonna load into memory 0 from, right, db. I'm gonna explain db in a second, and then we're gonna read the, so what we are doing, we're doing the filtration. So we're gonna read the pressure, the input, right? Let me actually explain what I'm doing. So what I want to do is every time I put something here, I want this filtration to filter out all the oxygen and then stop working when this is empty, so we don't waste power. How we do this? If there is anything in the input, we make it work. As soon as we don't have anything else in the input, we can just stop working, as we are doing manually, right? So we're basically automating what we were already doing manually. So there is a thing called mode, right? So if I turn this on, it is working, and it is wasting power, even though there is nothing to work. You can, let me just show you real quick, right? So there is something that most machines have, which is the mode, which means like, it's not like turn on and off. If you turn off the machine, you cut power. Well, if you cut power, then, well, no more automation, you cut power. That's a storm. So you can't just turn the machine off, because then you have to manually turn it on. Instead, you leave it in standby. Just like a TV, when that's red LED, it's on, usually when the TV is off, showing you that the TV is in standby. So in standby, it will consume like very low power and won't really, it's like 10 watts, barely affect anything. One turbine will offset that. So we're gonna, okay, so we're gonna save into the device and then property, right? So we're gonna save into the db, and that's the mode, and then the 0, right? 0 equals to idle, whatever, however you type it, and 1 equals work, right? So db, what db is? db is whatever you attach the ship to. The ship is attached to the laptop, so db is the laptop. If you put the ship here, now db is the filtration, the air conditioner. If I put the ship on the suit, db is the suit. So dB is whatever you put your chip on. So let's export this just to quick demonstrate it. So turn U on. You see mode active. Put the chip there. Now you see the mode is idle, right? And now it's not wasting tons of power. That's basically what we're gonna do. We're gonna switch between active and not active based on the pressure on the input, right? So start, yield, jump to start, and load into memory 0. You have, if I'm not wrong, like 15 memories, so 0, 1, 2, so at 10, 15, actually 16, right? Because we start at 0. So you're gonna load into memory, the first memory available, from the dB, the pressure, the input, right? Then you're gonna save in any memory you want. I'm gonna save in the memory 0, right? So I'm gonna save what we need to do. If there is pressure, we want to mode to be 1. So if it's greater than 0, right? So we're gonna save if is greater than 0. That's what we are writing with this. Oops. Into a memory, and we're gonna use the same memory. You can use the same memory to read and write at the same time, right? So I'm gonna load the pressure. Pressure will be 0. 0 is not greater than 0, right? So this will be 0. You can see the explanation like register equals to 1 if a greater than 0. So if we don't have anything on the input, the output will be 0, which means our mode, right? So save into the dB mode R0. That's basically it, right? So load the pressure from the input, save if it's greater than 0. If it's greater than 0, this will be 1, which makes the mode 1, which will make the machine start. If there's nothing in the input, then it will be 0, and then it will switch back to idle. Seems complex, like it's super easy, right? So it's in idle mode. We're gonna do this. You see now it's active, and this is draining. Gonna keep an eye on the active there. And the last bit is a little low because of the, when you go low in pressure, that it's harder to pull out less bit of stuff in there. Come on. And then it's idle. See? Now we are not wasting tons of power. We're wasting a little bit of power, but then you really don't care if you're like losing 10 watts of power. This is automated. That's all you need to know. Now we do the same here. This, we want to have it always on, but this, because you want to like put the gas here, pressurize this to the pressure you like. I like to have this at 7. And this detects if it needs cooling or not. That's what you want to do. You could turn this on when this is less than 7. But the idea of the pressure regulator is that it's automatically push or not gas into it. But then it has a fixed cost. We are fine. See, we're not losing power because of this. This is not power hungry at all. The stud door, right? So those filtration units, those are lifting. Okay. Air conditioner. Where was the other ship? Oh, there it is. So click on edit, cleared, and we're gonna do the same, right? Start, jump to start, yield. So let me see. So what are you manually doing, right? So if you like get lost in programming, and I see people that have difficulty trying to do programs like in real life, because they cannot associate the program with something tangible, right? Having like an image of something or associating with a real world stuff make the programming like 100 times easier, right? So let's see, what are we doing? We are doing this. So we check the temperature. If the temperature is above 20, which is in this case is 51. We turn this on, then we turn this on, and we keep checking the temperature. When the temperature goes below 20, we turn off this on, and we turn off this guy. So that is exactly what we're gonna programming. Right, so we need to check the temperature at the output, right? So this is the input. You can just hover the mouse here, right? So input, and you see
Air tank low.
output, and then you see output 2, right? Output 2 is the waste. Yeah, we are at that point where the oxygen starts being annoying if you just use this.
Air tank critical.
It's fine because we are inside and we have this. Okay, back to the programming. So I'm gonna basically do this thing, right? So I'm gonna load into memory from the device the temperature temp at the output, right? So load into memory 0 from the device temperature the output. Now, right? So which temperature? Like what is 20 degrees? Let's stop this so we don't waste power. I know by head, but just to reiterate to you guys. So settings 293.15. That's what we want. So we're gonna write this 293.17.15 so we don't forget it. So now what we need to do, we're gonna save into memory if it is save if it is greater than the number. Right, then you're gonna save 0 or 1. So pretty much the same command you use in the other one. So save greater than 0, but instead of 0, you're gonna just save greater than, and then you're gonna specify the number, right? So save into memory 0, save if it's greater than memory 0, and then you need to specify what you are comparing, right? So don't get confused with the first argument, right? So the first argument is always where the value will be stored, right? So we're gonna store this in memory 1, memory 2, 3, 10, whatever memory you're gonna use, right? So it's easier to get confused, right? So the comparison is those two values, right? So we're gonna save, we're gonna put another memory just to show, right? So we're gonna save into memory 10. And then we're gonna compare R0 because that's where we start with the number 293.15. Now R10 will have 1 if it's greater, and then if it's not, if it's below 20, it will be 0. And then we just need to save to our device in the mode R10. Right, so if you want to use only one memory R0, then you save R0. Just make sure you are writing whatever you save into. That's it. That's all the automation. If you are only controlling the AC, we want to control also this guy. So depends on the device, you have external pins, so you can talk with external stuff, right? So if the atmospheric unit has 2 pins, right? So we can, you see the numbers like 00 and 01, right? So you can use these pins to talk with other devices. That's exactly what we're gonna do. So we're gonna, so the AC, we don't want to turn it off. We're just gonna set it to idle, right? So the pump, we don't care. We can just turn it off because it's not the pump that's turning itself on or off. It's the AC, right? So you don't want to turn off the machine that has the chip. The other machines, though, you don't care. So we're gonna save into the device 0 on, and the same parameter we are going to use for the mode. Instead of the mode, we're gonna turn it on or off. I'm gonna do improvement real quick, but that's really how it is. We export this to the ship, put it there. If we turn it on, it will complain because see it's flashing error on null something at line 8, right? So line 8 is this. It doesn't know what to do with device 0 because we didn't set anything for device 0. So you want to set your pressure regulator, but then we have tons of stuff and pumps, right? That's where naming would be good. There's two things you can do here. You can just cut the cable and find the pressure regulator, right? And then you put the cable back on, and it will control the pressure regulator. See, now it will works. But if you don't want to keep removing cables and having a bunch of devices with the same name, so let me show you what happens. Like if you just scroll, you're gonna see all the devices in the base. Right, so you have volume pump, volume pump, volume pump. Which one is which? Like you have a bunch of volume pumps, right? And then you have water bottle filler, active vent, active vent, active vent, and then you don't know what is what. Right, so you just print yourself a labeler. There are loads of people that think you can only print a labeler from the tool printer, but that's not true. A labeler can be printed from electronic printers tier 1. You can get at right beginning of the game. I don't know why they don't give you at the start. You should really start with one, but anyway. Of course we're missing something, right? We're always missing something. I don't want this blowing up, so we're gonna do this.
Hydration critical.
Wait a little bit, please. I'm on middle of the explanation. Okay, so turn you off and get a label, get a battery. It can be a small battery. Good, you're always missing something. You need this, you need that, you need something else. But did we use all the gold? We smelt like a full stack, didn't we? Okay. I'm gonna leave you on for now. Give me a small battery. I'm gonna put you in here. And it really takes time to explain stuff. Like usually you do this like in 30 seconds, but then you go to explain everything and then because you don't realize how much steps and how much stuff you do when you just do it. When you stop and try to explain, then you really see like how complex something is. Okay.
Low pressure. Oxygen critical.
Okay, so so we can just come here and they say cooling pressure regulator, right? That's it. I like to have it like in this orientation. So now you can just find the right thing, right? Cooling pressure regulator. So it is I can show with the mouse, but you are seeing two chips, right? One is say left mouse and the other one say air conditioning cycle 2. You don't care about the second one, you want the first one, left mouse, cooling pressure regulator. This is the current device. So just turn it on. Now this automatically will start and stop when we need it. You can still do this, right? So you see it's gonna turn it's gonna turn itself on, right? Because the AC is telling this device to keep it on. So if you do, but we still can mess up with the pressure or something else. So if you don't want this to happen, and now you cannot stop the AC because the
Air tank low.
ship is controlling it, right? So turn it off. So to avoid messing up with the devices, you can just tell it to be locked, right? So save into the device 0, locked 1. This will prevent you from accidentally messing up. Now we can turn on, can turn off, can do anything. Sometimes it's annoying because you want to very quickly do something about the device, then you can't because it's locked. We really need to finish this.
Air tank critical.
Start getting annoying. Do we have enough power to keep this running? That's the question, right? So we don't have enough power to leave this on forever, but then we are good for now. So that's all you need to do, right? So we're gonna do a very small improvement. You don't need, but it's good to, it's helping long term, right? So instead of using dB and D0 and R0, if you just read this, right, save is greater than R0 to, but what the heck is this, right? So what it is doing. So you can see now we are reaching 20 and then starting and stopping, right? So it go below 20, stop, and then start again because this is still hot, right? Now I'm gonna keep flickering till this cools down. And just means it's working. So you can name stuff, right? So you just give you a nickname to it. So I'm gonna call, instead of dB, I'm gonna call my AC unit. I think it's backwards, so AC unit, and then to the dB. And then you can now use either dB or AC unit, right? So these will work fine, even though they are different names. They are pointing to the same stuff, right? So this is more readable. It's not needed, but you can do the same with the device, right? So alias, so pressure regulator, D0, right? And then we come here to D0 and then do this. You don't need to do the locking every single cycle, so you come here and do the locking above. All right, so what we are doing, this just gives a nickname to the device, just give a nickname to the port, and then we lock whatever we have in this port. Then we start the program. We wait a little bit. We load the temperature into the memory 0. Then we check if it's greater than this number, which, to make it easier, we do this 20 degrees, right? And then we save in the AC unit the mode to whatever the result is. And then we do the same for the pressure regulator, but instead of mode, we use the actual on or off. Then we grab the ship. If we have enough hands, should have like 3 or 4 hands. Grab the ship, put it here, export, put it back here, and now you can see one thing. Like if you mouse over, you see left mouse pressure hack. Why? So whatever you name it, your device, so I'm gonna name it the device 2 over here as a test X YZ0123, just to show you whatever you name it, it will show up here. So it's good to give like a decent name so you can just look at this and say, okay, this pressure regulator is pointing to the cooling pressure regulator. If you don't name it anything, it would be just 0 or nothing, and then you need to remember, oh, what did I set in the code? Oh, okay, device 0 is this, device 0 is that. But the naming is small. You can't fit too much stuff in this. So you see we went all the way to number 2, 0, 1, 2. Right, so all the way over here. So we can just call it like this press reg cooling pressure regulator, and it's actually too much, right? So you get this, right? So just so you make your life easier, after like some time you're gonna come back to this and you're gonna look, okay, what was this doing? What the heck was this code doing? This will make your life easier. Did I export? I don't. And also make sure you export the code. Sometimes you do the other thing, put the ship there, and then you forgot to export it. Why is it not working? That's common, very common. Okay, so we have our temperature is actually at a low 20, and the AC is going to flicker a little bit, and we should stabilize because the pressure regulator keeps pushing a very small amount of gas here. Then it heats up, then this turn on, then this cool down. As it cool down, the pressure goes down, then the pressure regulator says, okay, send a little more, and then the cycle repeats until it's stabilized. Now it's stable at 7, and it won't turn on again. Ooh, actually, yeah, so very good, very good, really good. Remember what I said about corners? Like, it's fine to have a corner. Can I have a pipe? Thank you. It's fine to have this, right? So this corner will never heat up. But remember, here we have a straight pipe going to the outside and a corner going up. So this pipe going outside is actually heating up. And then the AC counter this heat by cooling this. So you can prevent this by not having a pipe exposed to the outside. But since we have to have this joint here, and we need to go to the outside anyway, so the only way to prevent this from happening is this corner, the part that is exposed to the outside, you just put as insulated pipe there. That was a really good catch, actually. Ooh, did we run? Yeah, we just kill our power. How much fast are we draining? Not fast at all. So what I was doing, yeah, pipes. So just print some insulated pipes and you're good to go. So you need steel and iron. I don't remember. Oh, silicon. So remember, you need 2 because it's a corner and a straight. You can print the insulating kit or whatever you call it, so you can upgrade this pipe to an insulated pipe. Yeah, I really don't bother with this. We just do this. Do we need one more? I don't remember. We can just go outside and check if we still have something exposed, or we can just use the tablet and check. Oh, that's it. That's solved. Now we are not gaining any heat, and these will stop turning on and off. Okay, so we should stop draining our battery.
Air tank low.
Oh, we're still draining. What is draining? Don't tell me we can't. Oh, yeah. Yeah. See why we need automation. It's really easy to forget stuff. Those guys are power hungry at the beginning. This isn't really, because it's basically doing nothing right now. We can check how much power this use. If I'm not wrong, you start with a card to check the power network analyzer. That is the one. So there is tons of pressure regulator. There's not tons, there's only 2. Okay, so one is name it. We're gonna look at the one that's not name it.
Power critical.
Stop. I'm gonna take care of all these issues really soon. So air conditioner, cooling, power, air furnace active vent. You're looking for pressure regulator. Pressure regulator. So it's using 100 watts, even though it's not doing anything. Let's see. Can we see the filtration unit? So you see the filtration unit, it is only taking 10 watts because it's idle mode. And then if you see the air conditioner, if I can find it, air conditioner also using only 10 watts because it's also in idle mode. So our biggest draw now is this pressure regulator with 100 watts. To automate it, you need to detect the pressure here, which I don't want to do, because then you need a pipe analyzer here. You don't have space. You need to create space, put pipe analyzer here, and 100 watts is really barely anything. It's better to fix the power situation. Right, so we are gaining power only when the wind goes like basically to 0. If you look at your wind turbines, you're going to see that sometimes they just stop spinning because there is no wind. So they're spinning very slowly, and then now they're, yeah, exactly. So you see they're basically stopping. And when this happens, you don't have any input, right? See, actual is nothing. Now it's starting to increase again. So, but it's fine. They will come back up. The pipe sounds. I hate it so much. Okay, stop. Enough for tutorials and how to make stuff. Okay, that's how you automate. So see, we put the waste here. It suck everything out, put it in here. We swap the tank. Now it is pushing out the oxygen here, trying to pressurize it again, and then the AC is trying to cool it back. You can actually, to make sure you're like not dying, and then come here, oh, I need oxygen, and then you swap the oxygen, and then it's hot because it doesn't have enough time to cool down. You could just add another heat exchanger right here in between the tank and this. Or you can put the tank here, but then I don't like to put the tank on this side because then you need a lot of stuff to reach 7 megapascals in the canister. The easiest thing to do is just add another heat exchanger between those two. put it on the ceiling right here, and then you just, or in the ground, any place you can, and just connect this with this, and then you are good. I'm not gonna
Filter
worry
low.
about it right now. We are not in a hurry. And also that's why I like to have 2 canisters. Ooh, our power is dead. So power, yeah, like I said, as soon as you start filtration and air conditioner, power is your biggest concern. So we're gonna print a large battery. The large battery helps because all the time the base is idling, doing nothing. You're gonna store all that power in the battery. Then when you have a big surge of power, like right now, you are swap your waste tank, you are cooling it down. It will use the battery, and then you don't run out of power too fast. It's just basically a big buffer. I'm pretty sure if I shove a coal there, it will blow up the fuse. Let's see. Nope, it didn't. Okay.
Power low.
Okay, that's it for today. So just we didn't do much really. Just automating and going slowly with the filtration and then the AC. And then power issues, we should go with the traders actually, but it didn't. So let's see. Let's see, I might continue or not, depends on the time. And just for now, let me cut here and then see what we can do.